Hello, welcome to Verbling. Hi there, I'm teacher Oakley. And today's class will conclude a three-part series we've been doing this week here on Verbling to look at the CAE test, the Cambridge Advanced English Test. Today, we're going to be looking at questions part 3 and 4. They pretty much go together very closely. In part 3, the students will be asked to discuss and reach some type of conclusions together. When you take the CAE test, you're going to be taking the test with a co-applicant. So you're going to have a teammate, as it were, during the test. There will be an interviewer actually asking you questions and then an observer scoring you. So in this part of the exam, part 3 and 4, in part 3 you'll be tasked with talking amongst yourself, with the two of you. Sometimes there could be 3 applicants. It's possible. Anyway, you'll be talking amongst yourselves, sorry, trying to reach some kind of a conclusion, some form of a conclusion. We're going to be practicing that quite a bit today, and maybe at the end of class we'll take we'll try a little bit of practice in part 4. Part 4, the interviewer just asks you questions about the same topic discussed in part 3, but basically some opinion questions. It's more like a follow-up, really. In any case, we're going to be doing some exercises that are very close to CAE and a couple that are a little bit different, with the goal toward getting you, the students, to reach some kind of a consensus, which is the idea. In CAE, you're scored not only on your English, your grammar, sentence construction, and your lexical resource, vocabulary, as it were, your pronunciation and intonation, but also your delivery and cohesion, your organization, and as well as actual task achievement, being able to actually do what you're being asked to do without going too far off topic. And also you're asked in this particular exam, you're being scored on your ability to interact in English, reach compromise, disagree and agree, ask for clarification or seek confirmation, all the things that we do when we interact in English. Really, I kind of want to focus on that today. Anyway, welcome to the class. Hello, Cornell. How are you?
Hi, okay, I'm fine, thank you. And you?
I'm doing okay, thank you. Thanks a lot. Welcome to the class, and okay. And also, oh boy, Titulin. I know. I remember you. I remember I struggled with your name last time.
Yes, I'm great. Thank you for asking. Each teacher asked me about where is my former name. That's why I decided to return my former name.
Oh, okay.
Which I used before.
Okay, I'll call you whatever you want to be called. You know, I don't care. It's up to you. You want to be called Mickey Mouse? I'll call you Mickey Mouse.
Okay.
Okay. You would prefer Titulin? Even though I'm.
Yeah.
Okay. Very good. Hi, Araceli. Welcome to the class, and yes, Cornell beat you again.
Hello.
Hello.
How about your interview, Cornell?
Mm,
Uh,
Thank you. Hi, Araceli. It was successful, but it was only in the first round, and I'm waiting for the issue about the second round. Yeah, deadline
uh,
is till end of the week, and I hope I will take part in a second round next week.
Good luck with that.
Yeah,
yes,
thank you so much.
I second the motion. Good luck with that, Cornell.
Yeah.
Uh, okay, great. Mustafa's also joined us. Hello, Mustafa. Welcome to the class. Hi there. Hi, Mustafa. How are you? And okay, Mustafa. Hi. Also, I want to say hi to Frank, who seems to be at least viewing the class. Frank, come on in and join us. Frank says it's his first time, maybe his first time
Hello.
here in Verbling. So hi, Frank. Hi, Mustafa. How
Hello.
are you? Hi there.
I'm doing well.
Okay, great. Glad to hear it. Okay, welcome to the class. Okay, we're concentrating on part three and four of the CAE test. Uh, okay. Now we're gonna do an exercise. We're gonna actually use pictures like you do in part two, but we're gonna use it in a style of like part three, because I want you to reach some kind of consensus about these pictures. So I'm sort of guiding things along from part two to part three. Before we do that, I have a couple small points to make real quick. Remember, as we proceed today, there is no right answer. There's no such thing as a right answer. It's not about what you say, it's how you say it. Think about what you say, speak in an organized way, which includes use of signal words and signal phrases, connectives, to make sure your speech is clear and organized. First of all, I think another point may be this might work, but you can give examples of where things work or don't work. Okay, the idea is to be organized. Now, the key here is today we're practicing you guys talking together. So I will poke you and prod you to get you to talk if you're not talking, but feel free. And if two people want to talk at once, I'll say, please, Cornell, go ahead. Hang on a minute, Mustafa. Whatever. I'll help, you know. So we're not all talking at once because it's a little different. We're not actually physically in a room together. We're doing this online. I will try to help with that. I will poke you if you need poking to get you to talk. But as much as you can, my focus today is really on getting you guys to interact. So as much as you guys can, I want you all to just talk to each other. It's okay if you want to interrupt. If I could add a point here and say what you need to say. If somebody else wants to say, actually, I'm sorry, Mustafa, but I don't really agree with that point. I think it would be better to. I want you guys interacting, using phrases like this. Obviously, be polite. Obviously. Try not to wander off the subject. If you do, I'll skirt you back in. Okay, some phrases real quick I want to share with you. You may want to use. I'm going to do a little screen share. Okay, wouldn't it be better if we something. I don't think whatever, this would be a great idea. I don't think this would actually work in practice. You wouldn't you agree? Okay. Don't you think it would be useful? All right, these are just some phrases that you can use during the class. What about doing this to make a suggestion? Using these, if you want to make comparisons or contrasts to express your idea, contrast, you know, on the one hand, I blah blah blah. Whoops, this should be on the other hand. All right. I want to hear plenty of these kinds of expressions in the same way to make a comparison. Just as this is, so is this. Okay, to make a comparison by making an analogy. All right. And comparison, this is much better than, this is more, this is less. Okay. Basically, to let you know what I want to hear in your interaction. Now, let's get to business. Let's do it. Okay, here's kind of what I want you to do. We're going to look at 5 pictures, all of us. And if anybody needs me to scroll up or down to examine the pictures, please just tell me to do so. I don't think I can fit all the pictures on the screen. Okay, I want all of you to think about 3 of these pictures I'm going to share with you, which you believe will be the most suitable for a travel brochure. Imagine that you are collectively trying to create a travel brochure which specializes in safari holidays in Africa. Woohoo! Okay. That's it. Let's just do it. Here are your pictures. I'm going to scroll through these and give you a little chance to kind of take a look here. Got the elephants pictures. Looks like Mount Kilimanjaro there, behind there. Okay, the Jeep picture. You can see the little lion in the front, the balloon in the back. We've got a picture of a little kid. The kid picture, you know, a boat with some baby hippos. I think there's a baby hippo statues. I'm not sure. Picture of a, looks like a lovely resort with a pond. And then some, obviously, people on some kind of a safari with binoculars. And a guide with a gun. Okay, they're obviously tourists, a picture of tourists, fundamentally. Okay, again, picture of tourists. We've got the resort, kid and baby hippos, the Jeep, and our elephants. Now, you guys, again, you're creating a brochure and you need 3 pictures to headline the brochure. What are you going to choose? And again, you can ask me to scroll up or down, and I'm more than happy to do that. Cornell, you were first in the class. You beat Araceli, so good for you. So I'm going to let you start. You can open up by, of course, expressing your opinion and say a little bit about why you would choose the 3 pictures. Again, I will call on people to answer him if I need to. If you guys are able to foment to continue the discussion by yourselves, I'm just going to sit here and collect money. So, okay, Cornell, get us started. What do you think?
Yeah. First of all, I would like to choose picture 1, picture 2, and picture 4, and picture 5.
Okay, well, the idea is to pick 3.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. I'm sorry. I'm putting words in your mouth.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
sorry. I apologize.
Firstly, I would like to add some another information to pictures, because destination is missing in my point of view. from the headlines, and some another details also required. For example, expenses and travel period, and some another details of safari, like entertaining and something like that. Yeah,
Oh,
and concerning the first picture, elephants pictures are not enough to show the proper details for safari. It is it would be a special part of the safari. Uh, and regarding the second picture, it would be better to advertise the safari, to to see some lions and another animals in the safari. Regarding a third picture, I didn't choose it because it is very dangerous. Yeah, to be a child beside the hippo. So it is dangerous. And move on to fourth picture. Please scroll. Please,
yes.
yeah, please scroll down. Thank you. Okay. Uh, it is suitable. It is suitable for headline, but it is not enough because it would be a simple picture as well. So I like to recommend the advertise company to give travelers more details of safari. And
Okay.
the last picture. It is a special event regarding safari. It is a hunter entertaining or watching animals on safari in my point of view. But it is very strange to carry a gun one person on the picture.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's all.
Well,
Okay. Thank you, Cornell. Artheli?
Yes, I would like to add some comments on what you said, Cornell. For example, the picture with the gun. I don't like that picture. I wouldn't choose. Well, it's not so bad, but I think you chose the one with the jeep, and it for the for showing purposes, it makes the same role. You can see the savannah, you can see people on the safari, but you can see something more. You can see the lion and the balloon. So I think I would choose yes, picture two and skip picture five. And you were commenting about the gun. Maybe the guy has the gun for security reasons. I expect he's not going to kill animals and it will be a photographic safari, but we don't know. I also would like to comment on number one. You said it was not very good because it was just showing elephants. I give you that point, but I think, don't you think that picture is really spectacular and it would be very nice to have it in the brochure because you can see, I guess that's the Kilimanjaro, and the photograph is really splendid. It makes me feel I want to go there. I want to visit the place. So, what do you think about this?
Okay. Thank you. Okay. Titulan, can I hand it over to you?
Sorry?
I'm trying to talk to
To
Titulan.
today.
Okay.
okay, I'm here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I choose the first, second, and the fourth picture. Um, about the first picture, it was my dream for ages to travel around Africa, and wouldn't it be better if you visit one place of Africa where a lot of elephants travel? Don't you think it's better for you to be close near them and look very attentively their skin, their paws, and just like that? I think they are very kind animals, and they wouldn't give you any hurt and harm. Wouldn't you agree that? And don't you think it would be useful to visit this place with kids? In one hand, it's very exciting travel, and on the other hand, I think that you need a very professional guide to visit this place, because he could explain you about these animals and how to behave themselves, and how to behave yourself. It's not just as other places of Africa, but it's much better than stay in a polluted city.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. Well, excuse me. First of all, number one, I let all of you guys talk a lot more than you probably really have time for in the exam. But that's good, because I wanted to hear you, what you could do. So, okay. First, just a little bit of feedback. Cornell, okay, I heard firstly, but I didn't hear. I heard firstly for your first point, but you kind of forgot to do it after. As well, in addition, for picture 3, or concerning, oh, here's some good vocabulary, by the way. Something like this, where you're looking, and you will be looking in part 3 at different, they might not be pictures, but they may be concepts or inventions, or heaven knows what it'll be. When you introduce talking about each of the points, one way to do it is concerning whatever X, blah 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 blah, regarding B, blah 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 blah, in regards to C, I blah 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 blah. I don't think, or my concern is, things like that. These are good ways to talk about different points, and actually in the real test you will have 5 things to talk about, and you're going to be, the task is always going to be to eliminate something, or to choose something, or to try to form some sort of consensus. So you're going to be talking about these points. This is a good way to do that. Also, Cornell, just a little pronunciation note, not really even pronunciation, actually syllable stress. Safari, the safari, it's the second syllable stress. It gets a pretty high stress, so safari. Okay. Araceli, I think blah blah blah. I would. That's very good. I also really like that she conceded a point. I think that you should just make a point of doing this in the actual exam. She said, "I'll give you that point," or I will concede that point. I will concede the point that. Okay, I think this would be a very good thing to do. Or something like, although I see your point that you make a good point that blah, 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 but, oh, okay. I think somewhere along the line in part 3, it would be a great idea to concede a point and then maybe contrast it. You can contrast it by saying something totally different, or just by adding a little detail to it, or by expressing the opinion maybe it's not the best idea ever. But anyway, doing a little concession, that's called concession. I like that. I really like that a lot. I'll give you the point. I'll concede the point. Okay. Also, another thing Araceli did is to actually, and why not, the reason you're taking this exam is to express as much of your English skill as you can. I like the part when you said, it makes me feel blah, 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 whatever you said. I don't really care. Some point during the course of the test, wherever it is, you should definitely attempt, if there's not a direct question, and the chances are they may ask you a direct question, but if there's not a direct question, you should talk about how you feel. Your feelings, emotions. The idea is to express abstract language. So, great, I like that. Okay. Titulan, you are giving me tons of signal words and signal phrases, and that's great. Wouldn't it be better if, don't you think? Okay. Wouldn't you agree that? And okay, here's the key. She wasn't just giving me the same one 2 or 3 times. She was giving me a different one every time. This is extremely important, even though it's very similar. All right. Even though, wouldn't it be better if? Don't you think that? Wouldn't you agree that? Even though these are quite similar, the fact is they are different. This is good. They're going to like that a lot. Okay, because they want to see a range of these kinds of expressions, not just the fact that you can use 1 or 2. That's the concept. Titulan, to be close. Oh, you said to be close near them. This is a very common, simple mistake. To be close to them. We don't co-locate close and near. I'm close near the store. Can you pick me up? We never see that. Just close to. It sounds redundant because close means you're near. Near means you're close. So it sounds redundant. Okay? So please don't do that if you can help it. Okay, the elephants wouldn't give you hurt or wouldn't give you harm. We wouldn't say it like that. The elephants wouldn't harm you or wouldn't hurt you. Either way, hurt or harm, you self-corrected there, but you could say either. But the fact is, they wouldn't do you any harm. They wouldn't hurt you. Okay. And okay, so those are my sort of comments in regards to your English. I do have to say to Titulan, do you not know? Maybe you don't know this. Do you know what animal kills more people than any other animal on Earth?
You asking me?
Yeah, to Titulan. Yeah.
I don't know.
It's the elephant. It's the elephants. Elephants kill more people than any other animal. They're actually basically the most dangerous animal on Earth. So just so you know, if you ever do go to Africa, if you live your dream, don't think you can go pet an elephant because they're gentle. They're not. Just for your own safety.
But I said about the guide who can be near me.
Yeah, guide or no guide. Plenty of people actually, people who actually die on safari are usually killed by elephants or hippos, and that they have a guide. So be careful. That's all. Just saying. Okay. Just saying. Okay, you all had interesting points, and again, you know what? I'm not going to go into your points or counterpoints or whatever because they really don't matter. That's not what it's about. It's about your delivery and how you express your ideas. Okay, we're going to take this safari idea a little bit further. Okay, here we go. Imagine you're going on one of the safaris that we're talking about, part one. All right, all of you have packed your suitcases collectively, and you only have room for 5 more things in your collective suitcase. We're going to look at a list here, and this time around, we're going to discuss what 5 things out of this list of 10 or 12 you think are the most important to bring. Of course, you should be saying why you think so. And again, try to use the organized speech and some of the hints I've given you to talk about your ideas. I'm going to change the order up, which during the test, by the way, they're going to change the order of who speaks first, back and forth, so the same person won't be going first every time. Okay. Tititulen, I'm going to let you go first. Okay, we've got this list. Mosquito. Are there any of these words that you don't know, first of all, and I can explain them? Walking shoes, matches, binoculars, compass, water bottle, map, suntan, cream, salt tablets, tent, hat. Hat. Okay, we got, what, 11 things, I guess. Okay. Tititulen, I'm going to let you go first. What 5 things do you think would be more important to bring on your safari?
Okay. Walking shoes, matches. I don't know really matches. Do I need matches? Maybe need, yes, binoculars, compass, water bottle, map, suntan cream, salt tablet, hat, tent, maybe everything. I don't know.
Okay, but the hypothetical idea is that you can only bring 5 of them. All right, it's just an exercise. In reality, maybe you'd get another suitcase and pack all of them. Okay, there's a different common sense approach. But just for the sake of the exercise, what 5 things would you bring on a safari? Let me quickly say hello to Ken. Hi, Ken.
Yes, hello.
Hi there. We're doing a little interactive discussion. You guys have to agree. In the end, you guys are going to have to agree on the 5 items. So, Tititulen, actually, I'm giving you the easier part. You can start, you can make suggestions. Tititulen, are you there? Okay.
Yeah, I'm there. I'm here, but
Okay.
I don't understand what to do. 5 things I need to say.
Yeah, that's right. Basically, as a class, you guys are going to reach consensus on the 5 things. You start, so you can say any 5 things you want. Just introduce your ideas for 5 things with reasons why you think you should bring them on a safari. Okay, that's it.
I think walking shoes, they are very important because I need to. Well, really, I don't know because I saw a lot of how people gather in safari with on a car, but not by car, but not walk. I don't know. Need I shoes or not? If I go safari for hunting, of course I need walking shoes. But if I just like tourist travel around safari, I needn't walking shoes. And at the same time, maybe okay, just pretend that I'm a tourist and I'm going by car, and I need binoculars to watch more attentively the picturesque places in safari and other animals. And I need water bottle because it's very hot in safari. Um, and I need hat because hat can protect me from the sun, and suntan cream. It's very neat, I think. Okay.
Okay. All right. Fine. Araceli, what do you think?
Well, Tati Chulin, I think that many of the items you chose are the same I would choose, but I want to make you a comment. Binoculars, don't you think nowadays everyone has a okay, has a smartphone and something like compass or binoculars maybe could be replaced, or a map can be replaced by your phone. So, well, but not binoculars, but a compass and a map wouldn't be so necessary nowadays if you have your phone. Also, I think that it's very important to wear walking shoes because no matter if you are going to walk a very big distance or you are going to be transported by car, I think a part of of the safari is to walk and watch animals. So to be on the safe side, I will bring my walking shoes. So I agree with you in that. And maybe the company is going to provide us some binoculars. I think matches are more important in order to survive, or a mosquito net if you are in a situation, and a tent, of course. If you are going to be there outside, maybe you need these kind of things. But we don't know if they are going to provide us as a tourist. But I will mm, take my tent with me. But it's very important. Imagine you have to spend a whole night outdoors, and you don't have a tent or a mosquito net. It could be very dangerous. Suntan cream is also important, but not as much as these ones. So more or less, on the hat, yes, suntan cream, the hat are important to protect you from the sun, but the mosquito net and a tent are very important in the case you have to spend the night outdoors, and they are more crucial for survival.
Yeah. All right. Crucial. All right. Good word. Okay. Okay, Ken. All right, we've got some differences of opinion. Ken,
Mhm.
let's hear your opinion.
Going to safari,
Yeah,
right? Mhm.
in Africa.
Africa. Mm. Yes. And yeah, maybe mosquito net, I think it's necessary, but maybe we can substitute as for a mosquito net for bug spray. But yeah, to deal with mosquito is very important because this area has malaria. So maybe mosquito net or bug spray is necessary. And but as binoculars, I don't know binoculars whether it is truly necessary or not. And sometimes we if we have a camera substitute for the digital camera substitute for the binocular nowadays. So and a compass too, maybe some other things and maps, maybe smartphone or some other thing can be used for that if it is available. So yeah, that's it. And hat also necessary. Hat is strong suntan cream maybe since these areas the strong sunshine, so yeah, maybe hat and suntan is safe to bring.
Okay. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Cornell, what do you got?
Sorry?
What do you think?
All of them are also very important to keep in mind during safari, but I must choose among them. My first option is walking shoes because it is very important to wear it in the special area like safari, and it would be it would get more comfortable feeling than we are that we wear trainers or something like that. My second option is tent. It is also crucial in my point of view because temperature is very cold at night in the safari and in Africa. There is a huge gap between night and another thing like afternoon and morning. Third one, in my opinion, is map. I chose it because, for example, if we get lost, it will help us to survive and reach proper point or proper oasis or something like that. And water bottle also crucial because temperature is so high during safari. And hat would be okay for us to protect the sunshine, because sunshine is very hard in Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, and can I choose another one or that's all?
Well,
how many were now?
5 things is how many things we're choosing. But see, now the problem is, the task is we have to reach a consensus. How are we going to reach a consensus now? We're all over the map here. We've given our opinions, which is the first step. Okay, great. We've managed to express our opinions about different items here. How are we going to get to a consensus? Titulan, what do you think?
About what?
How to reach a consensus, an agreement amongst many people is a consensus. That was the original task, to reach a consensus. What do you think? Or actually, not just you. I should throw that out to everyone. Everyone's allowed to talk. It's open in part 3 of the CAE. You can say whatever you want back and forth. You will be prompted to speak if you don't volunteer to speak, but you can volunteer to speak anytime. Actually, realistically, at any time during the whole test, except for part 4 where they ask specific questions to people. Even part 1 you can actually comment or talk. So, or anybody else. Cornell, go ahead. Yeah.
Sorry for disturbing. May I have a question? Because
sure.
It was very difficult to choose one of them, because what is the aim of choosing surviving, or simply safari, which we like it. So what is the aim?
Exactly. Exactly. Now, these kinds of things in the actual exam are going to be left open. This is the kind of thing you should be discussing when you're saying, okay, well, it's very difficult for me to choose 5 items because, all right, are we concerned with getting lost or being in a survival situation? Is that even in any kind of a possibility? If it's not even a remote possibility, that changes my perspective considerably. That is something you could actually say. They are going to leave open-ended arguments. They are not going to specify your income is $50,000 a year and you have wonderful health insurance. They're not going to specify things down to the point where it's indisputable what you say. That's a very good point. You don't know, and that is what you should be talking about. In fact, rather than saying I'd pick this, and this, it'd be a better idea to say, well, you know what? What I choose depends on what's going to happen. If we want to be ready for any eventuality, then I would choose these and these and these for these reasons. This would be a good thing to be discussing. And this is something you could discuss with the others. How concerned are you about the fact, well, Arethele, how concerned are you with the fact that we could, have problems like our Jeep could break down in the middle of the savannah, or a lion could eat our guide? These are things you should be talking about with each other. Aha! That's exactly the point, actually. I'm very glad you said that. Okay. So, okay. Well, all right. Then I'm participating. How much, the Titulan, how much do you think is there any actual risk to the fact that we will be in actual survival mode? If you go on a safari, do you think that is actually a risk?
As I said before, you need a very professional guide and a good car. If you have a hat and suntan cream and water bottle, walking shoes, maybe it won't be a risk for you. But in this list, I may add maybe gun.
Gun.
To protect in dangerous situation.
But actually, don't you think that if you are going to survive on your own, you need a tent to protect yourself better than suntan cream? It's necessary too, but I think, do you remember Aka said malaria is a potential risk in this area? So we have to protect ourselves from mosquitoes, and we need a tent and a mosquito net.
Yeah, of course, I agree with you. I said that I've never been in safari and I don't know really what I need there. It's just a
proposal.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a proposal.
Okay. No, that's good.
You're right, but before Africa, I need to go to the polyclinic to the doctor and make some what does meal? Not pills. It's just like syringe.
You get some shots. You get some
Yeah,
Vaccination?
vaccinations. Thank you.
vaccination. Yeah, vaccination. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So, so maybe you wouldn't have to worry about mosquitoes. Okay. Ken, you want to weigh in?
Mm-hmm. And I don't know. Vaccination is useful for the malaria. I think maybe somewhat mosquito net or cream is necessary, in my opinion. I'm not sure. I need to check about that. Vaccination and duration of the malaria. And yeah, walking shoes is necessary, and yeah, suntan cream or hot tent. Water bottle, yeah, I think water is essential for human living. So yeah, is this 5 or?
Okay. Another thing that sometimes I've been looking at people doing part 3 of CAE. Frequently, the agreement, they're always asked to agree. Sometimes the agreement is, oh, we really need to find out more information about A and B. Where you're going now with this conversation is not unusual. In fact, they hardly ever actually make definitive end of the road decisions. They usually say, well, really, it depends on these factors. We would need to know more about this and that, and so it's very normal.
Okay, so during this discussion, maybe we concluded bringing hot suntan cream, water bottle, and walking shoes.
Okay.
Water bottle, walking shoes, and one more. Actually, option 5. So what is one more?
Okay. What did you say? What were the
maybe we concluded, we agreed bringing hat, suntan cream, water bottle, walking shoes. Right?
Okay, all right.
So we can choose one more options, one more thing to bring.
Okay. Okay, see what Ken is doing here? He's putting his foot down. He's making the decision. I like this.
So maybe mosquito net seems like is a key. It could be one more, or it could be not.
Okay.
Yeah.
Ken is making this very open for his partner in part 3. Okay, I'm making a decision A, B, C, D. E is still open. It could be good or not. He is openly leaving an opening for somebody else to talk. Actually, I don't, whether you're doing this purposefully or not, I don't know. But this is actually good strategy. At some point, they're not going to let you talk forever. So somebody has to, somebody has to make some decisions. Somebody has to, just say, well, all right, I say this and this and this and this. I think that this is still up for discussion. What do you think?
Yeah. So
throw it back.
Mosquito net and tent or tent. Yeah, that's my suggestion. Because we have only one option, so we need to choose mosquito net or tent.
All right.
Yeah, tent. Yeah.
Great. What do you think, Cornell? Mosquito net or tent?
I don't agree with suntan cream because it depends on skin style or skin. For example, if a person has blonde hair, it would be needed, but another case it is not needed in my opinion. Yeah, walking shoes, it's okay mosquito net, it depends on accommodation or something where we we sleep. So yeah, and hat, yeah, hat it's okay because hat protects from sun.
Okay, if I could just interrupt you for a second, we've only got 5 minutes left. So I'd like to. Okay, all right. You get so far. I'm trying to like push you guys into getting the idea of how you talk to the other person and involve them. What do you think? You can ask them questions. What do you think? Somebody's got to make decisions too. That's equally part of the exam. If you just sit there and refuse to make a decision, that's not good. That shows that you don't know how to interact with people in English. That's not good. So what Ken did is great. And then he left an opening for discussion. This is good. Okay. I want to try just a couple, just this, at least in the last 5 minutes, get the style of question. Cornell, do you think the average person who got lost on a safari, an average modern day person, could actually survive for 48 hours in the savannah?
Yeah, it is very difficult to respond your question. It depends on many factors. Like area and environment and background and everything. But yeah, it is very difficult. But it could be,
Okay.
To get lost, but it is not likely because if you have a good guide.
Okay, now it could be. Now the question is, keep in mind always the question when they ask you questions. The question was, would a modern person survive 48 hours lost? It could be, not a good answer. They might. All right? They might or they might not survive. Not it could be, because the question is, would they survive, not it. And you can't say could be for survive. So keep in mind, you got to be answering the questions. The question.
For surviving from safari, we might change the things like compass, tent, and binoculars are also required to survive from safari, in my point of view.
Okay, thank you. In my point of view, all right, thank you. That's good. Titulan, are African safaris and tourism, are they good or bad for the environment?
I don't think traveling around safari would be harm to environment because people didn't do any harm to animals or maybe for plants, and because it's not a hunt, it's just traveling.
Okay, would be harmful. Okay, I don't think it would be harmful, or I don't think it would cause harm. I don't think it's harmful to the environment. Okay. Okay. Okay, Araceli. Are there good and bad ways to do nature-related tourism?
Sorry, to do nature-related?
Tourism.
Okay. Well, I don't know. Sorry, can you repeat the question? I can't focus.
Okay, nature-related ecotourism, I should say. I'm sorry. Is it possible to have both good and bad ecotourism?
Well, I think ecotourism is a positive thing. because it can help to preserve natural resources. But sometimes people just don't respect the area. So, for example, if you are traveling to Africa, uh, some people may think it's very interesting to take pictures and look at wild animals, but maybe you can disturb them. Maybe they are not having their normal lives because people are stressing them a lot. So sometimes companies are more interested in earning money from tourists than on preserving natural resources or natural areas. So it has to be, I think, regulated and controlled in order to avoid disturbing the animals.
Okay, very good. Excellent answer. Okay, preserve resources. Preserve is the verb, so be careful about preservate or whatever. Okay, very good. All right. The idea is to interact with each other as much as possible in any way that you can. So to keep the conversation going with you and your teammate in the test, you ask leading questions. What do you think? What's your opinion? I'm not sure. I lack experience in this. Do you have more experience in this? You're trying to keep a conversation going as you choose, as you're making your whatever decision it is. So you guys definitely could have been doing more prompting each other rather than just saying, "Here's my opinion. Here's why," and that's it. In the CAE test, which is what we're looking at, that's part of the scoring to make sure that you can actually interact. Anyway, I am way over time, so thank you very much, everyone. See you next time here on Verbling. Thanks a lot.